Fear him that could jack you up in your life to come. You know? Some more.
No, that was it.
This is 2nd Ezra 16. 69. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Hey, now they've already talking about it, man. They want you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans vaccinated more than anybody else. They keep on bringing it up over and over again, man. You don't hear them mentioning about themselves. They just constantly talking about you. They want to vaccinate you, all right? And y'all the ones that they want to cut off support to. Wait, Esau don't need no, you know,
The elite.
the elite.
Because regular Esau there.
A lot of regular Edomites, they don't need that shit. A lot of these other nations, they don't need that. The majority of the people that's on assistance is Jake, man. Whether they be Jake that look like another nation or Jake that look like Jake, man. Because we're under the curses. We were put in a predicament because we didn't serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
There's quite a bit.
It should be like madmen sparing none. Alright, these Edomites, they hate you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and they want to see you dead, man. Alright, especially the elite, they want you dead. They don't have no place for you in their New World Order, man. Alright, that's spoken of in the scriptures. You can read about it, man. Alright? You may not want to believe it, but this is the truth of the matter, man. You are behind enemy lines. You're living in a world that's governed and ruled by a people that want to destroy you and kill you, man. And he's a fucking deceiver. He come out and tell you that it's for your benefit, but really, it's just another way to kill you. Everything that they've given you is nothing but death, man. Alright? Just look at your so-called culture, man. It's a death culture.
Yeah, they put pork and everything. You know, hey, that's to separate us from our power. You know, what are in Psalms when they say let us separate them from their power. And they're doing that now with all this food, everything, all these philosophies that they push out. You know, because this food it calcifies your pineal gland, which makes you less spiritual. It makes you not think of the Most High. You know, and that's what this vaccine is going to do. That it stops one of the genes where it cuts off your spiritual connection. You know.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 21. It says, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consummation decreed shall overflow with righteousness. So it's all about a remnant. Okay, it doesn't matter Esau doing all the shit he's doing, because the elect is going to wake up. The elect are not going to participate. The elect aren't going to consume the bullshit. But 2/3 of our people, they're going to continue eating that. They're going to get a vaccine. They're going to get the microchip. They're going to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster until they're destroyed. You know, it's all about a remnant, and that remnant is the ones that are going to return to the Lord. Everybody else is through. Like the brother said earlier, this ain't for everybody. This ain't about everybody. And when I said that's right, because if it was, it wouldn't be this chart. This chart right here is for the elect. Okay, it's not for 2/3. It's not for these other nations. It's not for Esau. Now the reason why I say it's not for 2/3 is because they're going to continue on being Jesus' face. They're going to continue on being those apostles. They're not going to call themselves in truth and sincerity the Israelites. Because if you were to do it in truth and sincerity, that means you would have to practice the customs. And they're not going to do that. You have that nigga Hurasi. He just did a new video. I posted it. And the nigga said, he said, even though I know that I'm doing wrong, he said, Lord, have mercy on me, as you have been having mercy on me. And he said, there's some of us out there that know and don't know, that are participating in these pagan holy days, that are participating in wickedness, that we know better. And he was talking about himself, but there is guys out there that are doing that. You know, here it is, Christmas comes, and you know, he's decorating the Christmas tree. You know, he's making gingerbread cookies. And he's not thinking about how that's wickedness. You know? So he was right on that. That's 2/3 of our people. Okay? They're going to continue, you know, participating in all this wickedness.
Matthew 24 and 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also come to the Son of Man be. Whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. You know, so the majority of Jacob, you know, when this thing starts getting more and more serious, the wickedness is going to increase, man. Okay, you're going to have Jake getting vaccinated just to go to concerts, just to be able to, you know, have those little luxuries or whatever that they had, you know, prior to the so-called pandemic that's happening. You're going to have a lot of people that's going to do that, man, because they're going to weary you people. They're going to wear you people down so far that you're going to submit, man. All right, by blocking shit down, okay, telling you, well, you can't, and they're going to get to the point where you're going to need papers, you're going to need proof of vaccination to do things, and it's going to come to that point when a lot of you people are going to submit.
Yeah, because they're doing it right now. Like they were saying with these lockdowns. When I was working when the first lockdown came, and it was like a real strict stay-at-home order, my job was issuing papers to show to the police that you're on your way to and fro from work. The actual documents that were signed by the company. And then what they're doing now is they're a lot of these businesses are what do you call it, laying people off, getting people used to this money, this free money. So that way when the shit goes down, they're gonna cut all that off. And those of you that don't got faith, you're gonna run to Egypt for help, as the scripture says. You know, of course it's gonna start off. Of course it's gonna start off with the women. You know, because the woman, she don't got no faith. As the scripture says, he deprived her of wisdom. So she's going to run to Esau. You know?
Yeah. Which is why a woman is supposed to be under a man.
Yeah, that's why the apostle, in that stern video the brother reposted, was saying, you know, real stern things, you know, real admonition. Because we don't know how the deal's going to go down, you know? You got to have faith in Yahweh Shai, because everything else is corruptible. Your family's corruptible, your woman's corruptible, your children are corruptible. Everything is corruptible. The only thing that's incorruptible is Yahweh Shai. So first and foremost, that's where all your faith, all your chips should be casted into the Lord. Okay, there was something, a scripture I was just thinking about right now. But there's a scripture that says, if you love your children or the Lord more than Yahweh Shai, you're not worthy of the Lord, man. If you love your father more than the Lord, your sister, your brother more than the Lord, you're not worthy of him, man. Because what's going to happen if they go get the check? What's going to happen if they sell you out to Esau? Okay, all because they don't want to get put to death. You know? That's why all faith is to be to Yahweh Shai.
This Matthew 10 and 37. I'll start at 35. This is Matthew 10 and 35. For I'm come to set a man at variance against.
Just start at 34. Daylight. That's a good one.
This is Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword, man. And this sword is coming through many forms, man. Alright? It tells you in Psalm 55 that Esau, well, he'll tell you smooth words, but a knife is behind his back, man. Alright? And so, it talks about how Esau's going to deceive people into taking this chip, man. Okay? And that, you know, he's gonna basically beguile you people, man. Alright? Oh, we have to do this and that. We gotta reset. We gotta reset the economy. Okay? We gotta put into place this new system. Alright? Esau's gonna bring all these things in, man. Okay? And he's gonna do it by deception. Alright? Until, you know, that he comes down having great wrath, which that's also gonna happen. But before that happens, he's going to try and smooth it in, man. Alright, but Yahweh Shai is going to speed it up, basically, man. You know, he's not going to let Esau just gradually bring it in. He's going to force Esau to move quick. Alright, and that's when he's going to come down having great wrath. It says because he knows that he has a short time. So the Lord's going to make things happen to where Esau is going to have to make power moves, man. Alright?
You look at the word for sword, and it has a root word, and the root word is
3163. Mahe.
and it means to cause disruption or disputance, strife, contention, controversy.
And Esau's good at that. That's why he puts out so much disinformation out there, man. And then he'll turn around and say the people bringing out the truth are the ones bringing out disinformation.
Yeah, because it says that the Lord is bringing that, you know, the sword. Which the Lord is bringing contention. The Lord is going to bring all this division. You know, because here it is, you worship the Lord. Certain of your family don't worship the Lord. That's what it's saying. Go ahead.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Hey, but that's happening on a high level, man, because you have families arguing with each other just over Trump and Biden, man, over vaccinating and not vaccinating.
That's that sword.
That's that sword, man. And And there's all types of divisions that, and what's happening is this is Babylon, man. You people are being confused to the point where you're just angry and don't know where to direct your anger at, man. And so if somebody got a different viewpoint than you fighting against that person, man. You arguing with your mom all the time, or you arguing with your dad all the time. Being in the truth, you know, you got the truth. You don't do that, man. Because you know it's pointless. You really, after a certain time being in the truth, you don't argue with nobody like that. It says in Revelation 22, let the wicked be wicked still.
Honor your mother and your father. You're not going to go and start disrespecting them just because they don't agree with you with the scriptures. It's not their line, you know. When those men came to Yahushua and they said, behold your mother and your brother, your family's out there. And the Lord rebuked them and he was like, this is my family. The brothers and people in the truth. You know, pretty much you're saying this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm worried about. And that's where your mind should be. You know, as the apostle dubbed this year, titled it the year hastening.
Back in Matthew 10 and 37, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
So you got family members that are like, man, just get fucking vaccinated. You got kids, you got this. You're supposed to be taking care of this and that. You need to get vaccinated so you can work. You need to do this, you need to do that.
Just stay home.
You know, well, that's what it means by if you hate not your father and your mother. Don't mean you literally just like, fuck you mom and dad. Nah, it just means that you're not gonna do what they're telling you to do. Alright, because it's conflicting with Yahweh Shai, man. It's conflicting with the spirit. So you're not going to do those things that they want you to do because they don't understand what they're talking about. They have no understanding of what's really going on, but you do. So you're going to respectfully decline. And that's what it's about. You just respectfully decline, man. You know, your woman says, I'm going to leave your ass if you don't get vaccinated. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Alright? That's basically the response. Because you're not going to get vaccinated just because some woman tells you to be vaccinated. I don't care how long you've been with her for. That's madness.
Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
And the sheep follow a shepherd, man. See, all these sheep around us, they're following Esau and Satan, man. Alright? Really, they're wolves. Sheep in the midst of wolves, man. Alright? The sheep are the ones following after Yahweh Shai because they say Yahweh Shai is the good shepherd, man.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
That's perfect right there. Wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. Alright? We're out here just giving out free information. You know? That's all we're doing. Ain't no reason to be scared of the prophets. Like you had that Gadite that was like, I would have came over before, but I didn't know if I was gonna get my head ripped off. Come on, man.
And then guess what? He ended up getting his head ripped off.
but it was spiritually.
So yeah. You got his head ripped off. Spiritually
speaking. Metaphorically speaking. Go ahead.
And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Hey, that's the battle, man. That's the fight. Alright? Everything's been preparing us for these times that we're in right now, man. Alright? For because your lust more than ever is going to play a big role, man. Oh man, I want to do this or I want to do that. Nah, man, you got to lose your life. All right, you're supposed to already be dead. It shouldn't matter to you if you can't do this or that, man. up, man? 6 and 10.
Is Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and in the power of his might.
Wisdom and knowledge being the stability of your time, man. So that when all these things start happening, you know what's going on. So there really shouldn't be no doubt in your mind. Alright? Because you already know what's happening, why it's happening. Alright? People are running around trying to get answers. You got the answers, man. Hey, it talks about being the light of the world, man. You know? The candlesticks, the 7 candlesticks. You know? So while everything is going on, you know what's going on, man. You know what the deal is. Go ahead.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Yeah, man, so you got to have this truth in you in that time, bro. You got to have this truth in you in that time. You're going to know right from wrong. You're going to know good from evil, man. Alright, so when Esau tries to come with any type of fuckery, you just going to be like, look, man, it is what it is. And on top of that, we have Yahweh Shai. Okay? And Yahweh Shai, you know, through his blood, we are cleansed of all sin, man. Alright, go ahead.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Yeah, because they're going to come at you. They're going to come at us crazy. Alright? Eventually, they're going to demonize us. They're going to come at us crazy as hell, man. And you're going to have the shield of faith. Alright? To quench all those fiery darts. You know, it talks about the wicked gnashing upon the righteous with his teeth. Alright? What's that mean? You know, because Esau got the serpent's tongue, man. Alright?
Good morning.
And take the helmet of salvation and the word of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, praying always with all prayer.
This is the sword of the Spirit. Sound like you said word, right?
Which is the word of the Most High. Is Philippians 6 and 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Right? Yeah, this is the sword. Alright? The sword of the Spirit. You know, that's why when somebody comes up here and they want to say certain things, you get cut, man. This cuts through it. Go ahead.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yep. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You shall be hated of all nations for Yahweh Shai's sake. You know, that's
why you gotta have faith.
That's why you gotta have faith.
Because everybody out here is gonna be like little kids. You remember Little Nicky? Well, Little Nicky, they put out a bounty on his head. I think it was like $100 million or some shit. Everybody in the city was looking for Nicky. And when they all ran into him, or when they heard about where he was at, they were going to get him. They didn't care that he was the so-called son of Satan. They didn't care that he had powers. Okay? So these people, they're not going to care that we're the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. They're not going to care that we're out here preaching the Bible. Okay? They're not going to care that we're peaceful men. That we don't have arms. We're not out here hurting nobody. It's just the motive is that we're condemning all this wickedness. So they're going to come against us. Because for the Jews' sake. As he tells you in Galatians, that I became your enemy because I taught you the truth. The truth hurts. Okay, the word, Yahweh Shebel Shai, he's sharper than any two-edged sword. They come down. So they're going to come looking for us. Now the word condemns. So they're going to come looking for us. They're not going to give a damn that we're the same people as them. They're going to listen to Esau before they listen to their own people. And that's the way it's always been. 2/3 of our people have always been into worshiping and serving other gods, man. It's nothing different in this time. They're not going to take heed for what we say. You know? They're going to have to die in their sins. You know?
1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that Yahweh by Shem Yahushua set forth us, the apostles last, as it were appointed to death.
So you got Jake laughing at Edomite driving by, scoffing. That's why 2/3 of our people are gonna die. You know? But yeah.
Huh? This is Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
So they're gonna be destroyed. But they despise the truth. You know, here it is, we got the chart, we got pictures, images. This is the real image of the world leader of the call of Jesus Christ. So we're not out here strangling. We're not out here doing anything wrong. But because this isn't for them, they're going to despise the word. So that ultimately they can receive their judgment. No. That's a beautiful thing. Because then they're going to come back in their right mind. Alright? What was the last one you got?
Proverbs 13:13. Who despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. And then I have 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that Yahweh has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were.
The word apostle is set forth. Okay, so we're all apostles by meaning of the word. Yahweh Shai sent us forth to preach his word. Okay, good.
As it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. We are fools for Yahweh's sake, but you are wise in Yahweh's sight. We are weak, but you are strong. You are honorable, but we are despised. Even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted, and have no certain dwelling place, and labor working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer, being defamed, we decree. We are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscoring of all things unto this day. Hey man, so we're out here as a spectator, looking like fools, man. All right. People laugh at us, man. People laugh at us. They mock us. Hey, just like Jeremiah said, I am mocked because of this word. You know, Jeremiah was out, telling Jake to get right, or because the Babylonians was gonna come, man. And Jake was mocking Jeremiah at that time, man. They wanted to kill him. They said, "Stop preaching to us in this name, so that our hands so that we don't have to kill you," basically, man. And you're gonna have that because Esau's gonna make it to where, you know, you're gonna be suffering out here, man. Because he has these different his main goal is to bring out that mark of the beast, and we are telling you not to get it. So it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna have people out here just telling you, look, just fucking stop saying this.
Matthew 23 and 34. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood. Slakia, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of the righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom he slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee.
2/3, man. That's a lot of Israelites that are going to be against us. A lot. And you got to think about it too. You know, not every Jake that believes is out here on the streets. Okay? And on top of that, you got these other Israelite groups, and a lot of them are going to dip. A lot of them are going to smooth fucking moonwalk on the hell out.
The scripture talks about that. He calls them man, what's the word? There's a word for it. Fuck. Forget the word. Pretty much means like some. Yeah. Anyways.
Hey, real quick, this Luke 14 and 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yet, and his own life also.
His own life also?
He cannot be my disciple.
Yeah. And what it means by hating your life is you're not comfortable with the situations of the bullshit you got to deal with on an everyday day, on an everyday struggle. Because here it is, we struggle, man. As the scripture tell you in Haggai, we work. It's as though we have a bag of money with a hole in it. We're suffering on every level. You know, you might have other brothers that are suffering more than others. You know, but we're suffering as a whole. Okay, that's what we're here for, is to suffer. So you can't get all bugged out about your little afflictions that you're going through. And the reason why I say little is because this was appointed unto you. This is very minuscule. It's very minor compared to the reward that you're going to receive if you're part of the elect. It's all bullshit, you know? But it does hurt. We're still going through it, you know?
Yeah, even in the world, at an early age, hey, Jake knew this existence, it was bullshit. Like here it is, you work your whole life to buy a house, you know, buy a nice house, have a family, you know, and retire. And you're like, what the fuck? Like you get 60, you hit 60, you retire, but all your best years are behind you. You're old, you're all decrepit, everything's breaking down, your fucking dick don't work anymore and shit. And what? And then what? You don't have nothing.
Yeah, the ED.
You know what I mean? Like it's all an illusion, and that's what these people are waking up to. They're seeing that it's all bullshit. The government don't give a fuck about you. You know,
if you read Daniel the 12th chapter, the only ones that are going to wake up from it is the elect. Because the truth is, my people, they'll understand it, but they won't be woke to it. You know, they're not gonna flee from it, as it tells you in Micah 2:10. They're gonna say, well, you know, we understand it sucks, but this is our life. That's the thought of the 2:30. Oh, we know this is what, you know, they understand, but they're not willing to come to the truth, to come to the light, because it's not for them.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to finish this. This is Matthew 23 and verse 37. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings, and ye would not.
And you would not. We're crying for Yahweh to save us, man. We know the situation that we're in.
It said right here that the Lord sent us unto you for your benefit, so that you can be saved. But instead you chose what? Now fuck these niggas, fuck what they gotta say. Kill these niggas.
Talking all kinds of shit. All kinds of, I don't like the way his beard grows. He can't be a prophet, you know. And they definitely hate us to bring out the raw, man. This is Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven now has come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused us before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. That's an idiot, man. I'm waiting to hear. Satan, the Lord must have a purpose for that fucking thing.
All these maniacs.
But it said that they loved not their lives unto death.
Yeah, unto the death.
Right? So that's why it says you have to hate your own life also, man. Meaning that, you know, you ain't favoring this life over the truth, man, over Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Nah, it means you gotta have suicidal thoughts.
You gotta want to kill yourself.
You gotta want to kill yourself.
You had that scripture where you say, whither shall he go that we may not follow? Shall he kill himself?
Yep.
Talking about Yahweh Shai, man.
Demons.
Hey, that's just like everything in the scriptures that was written aforetime. You see all the time people twist the scriptures all up, man. You know, you'll be breaking down the scripture to them, and they'll be like, what? I remember telling somebody one time, I brought out that scripture, Revelation 13 and 10, where it says, he that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. This motherfucker says, so I can go out and just kill white babies and shoot them and stab them. And I was like, you're a fucking maniac. I was just reading you a scripture. It's not my fault you gotta screw loose.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, and verse 16. It says, but, wait, it's not yet. No, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 12.
Okay.
It says, seek not death in the error of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands. So that rebukes that suicidal demon, that emo demon, showing you that that's not what that scripture is talking about. When it says to hate your life, you know, or that you, if you don't hate your life, you can't be the Lord's disciple. Because in other words, if you don't hate your life, that means you love your life.